You can make the easiest, softest burger buns from the comfort of your home with just a few ingredients. Let me show you how you can make this one. So we're going to be needing some warm whole milk. We want the milk warm and not too hot or cold. To check for the warmness, you can just dip in a clean finger into the milk and it shouldn't scald your fingers. It should just be warm enough. And then into that, we're going to be adding in some sugar and then yeast. We're going to mix this together. The warm water and sugar will help the yeast to activate. Then we're going to set that aside for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes it should look like this. And if your yeast mixture doesn't form up like this, that means it's dead and you should throw it away and make another one. And then into a bowl, we are going to add in some flour and then some salt. Mix this together, and then we'll go in with our yeast mixture and then 1 egg. So the egg should be at room temperature. Just beat this together lightly and add it into the mixture, and then we are going to mix this together. So once the dough has come together like this, we are going to flour a work surface, and then we're going to take the dough out on the work surface, and then we will knead the dough. So the dough is going to feel a little bit sticky, but you're going to properly flour your work surface and also flour your hands, and then we're going to knead this for about 15 minutes. So this might require a bit of work, but I promise you the end result is absolutely amazing and you're going to love it. So after about 15 minutes, we are going to be adding in our butter. So we are going to be using some room temperature butter as well. So your butter should be softened. So the reason why we need that first before adding the butter is so that the dough will develop a little bit of gluten, and this will give it that bread-like texture that we want our burger bun to have. So we're going to add the butter in 2 batches so that it's not too much for us to work with. And after adding in the butter, it may seem a little messy, but just trust the process. So just keep kneading and the dough is going to come together pretty quickly. So now I just added in the second batch of the butter, and we're going to go ahead to knead this together properly for another 10 to 15 minutes. So my dough was sticking a little bit more to the countertop, so I just used my dough scraper to just bring it together. So after about 10 to 15 minutes, our dough is ready, and look how smooth it looks. So we're going to form this into a ball. So after rolling into a ball, we are going to get a bowl, add in some oil so that the dough wouldn't stick into the bowl, and then we're going to drop the dough into the bowl, cover with a cling film, and then we're going to allow this to rise for like 45 minutes to 1 hour in a warm place depending on where you live. So you can allow this to rise in your microwave or in your oven, but it shouldn't be on. And after about 1 hour, your dough should have doubled in size. So we're going to take this out and then punch out some air. So I'm going to just knead this gently for about 1 to 2 minutes to take out more air out of the dough. So yeah, I'm just weighing the dough so I'll be able to divide it equally, but you can also just eyeball it. So I'm dividing this into 4 equal balls because I'm making 4 large burger buns. But if you want to make the burger buns smaller, you can divide this into maybe 5 or 6 depending on how small you want the burger buns to be. So to make the ball, we are going to bring all sides together, form it into a ball, and then we are going to roll this on our countertop so it's smooth and well formed. So you don't need to flour your work surface for this process, because if you do that, then your balls wouldn't roll up properly, because we want the balls to roll up properly so that they'll be smooth. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same process for the other 3 parts of the dough. So after rolling, we are going to transfer this onto our baking tray lined with parchment paper, and then we are going to just gently press this down a little bit because they'll still rise. And then we're going to cover with a cling film and allow it to rise for another 45 minutes to 1 hour. And after about 1 hour, this is what our buns are looking like. They are well risen now. And at this point, you want to preheat your oven to 190 degrees Celsius or to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So the next step is to give the buns an egg wash glaze. So we're going to beat up 1 room temperature egg, and then we're going to apply this on the top of the buns. So if you want your burger buns to come out really golden on the top after baking, you may want to apply about 2 to 3 brushings of the egg wash on the burger buns. So after applying the egg wash, you're going to go in with sesame seed for the classic burger bun look. You can also use flax seed here if you prefer. So the egg wash is going to make the sesame seed to stick to the bun. So after that, we're going to bake in the preheated oven for about 13 to 15 minutes. Just keep an eye on it so that it doesn't burn. And once it comes out of the oven, we are going to brush it with some melted butter. This will make the crust a little bit softer and also give it that shiny look, and it also improves the taste of your burger buns. And look at how beautifully well this turned out. The whole house smells absolutely amazing. So if you want to see how I used these burger buns to make some absolutely delicious burgers, don't forget to like and also subscribe so that you get to see the video when I post it. So to store these burger buns, you just allow them to cool down completely, and then you pack them in a Ziploc bag and then pop them in your freezer. And when you're ready to use it, you just allow it to thaw in the fridge overnight, and that's it. And I'll come your way again with another amazing recipe. Bye.